Disney CEO Bob Chapek gave us an update on Gina Carano, her being fired, and also the future of Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm. And I will warn you now, before you get the super sexy Palpatine intro, God, I love Palpatine. If you are sane or partially sane, beware if you go into the comment section of this video. Whenever I bring up certain topics, there's a lot of rage, I would say, and sometimes it's directed at anyone that chooses to comment down there. So just, maybe don't go in the comment section if you're having a good day, okay? Okay. All right, here's Papa Palpatine.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
Okay, so Disney's annual shareholder meeting happened this week, and Bob, the new CEO of Disney, ended up giving us some answers in a Q&A section. So first, let's start with what's going to cause the most aggressive responses down below. He talked about Kathleen Kennedy and her very long future at Lucasfilm. In fact, here is his exact quote on that. "We've been absolutely thrilled that we can have the creative talent in our company, the likes of Kathleen Kennedy. We look forward to having Kathleen directing Lucasfilm activities for years to come." Really? Really? Is no one in Disney going to acknowledge that she was given a multi-billion beloved franchise and planned it as well as you would plan a redheaded stepchild's birthday party? And by that, I mean not at all. I don't know, just personally, I don't think she's bad at the production aspect of her job. She has a long history in it, but she really dropped the ball with orchestrating this sequel trilogy and putting the pieces in place. And I think at the very least, maybe we should get someone in there to supervise her, although maybe that's what Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing. Oh, shit. So I'm not hating on Kathleen Kennedy. If you love her, if you hate her, I'm also just not praising the shit out of her. I am saying, though, she does have talent. However, I don't think her talent is best utilized by being the president of Lucasfilm. And I think the best thing we can do for people is put them in positions where their talents can be best used. So let's move on to another topic that will cause a lot of aggression and conflict in the comment section. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm just covering Star Wars news. It's like people that scream at me when I cover Rian Johnson news. It's like, I'm just covering the news. So let's move on to the CEO of Disney, Mr. Bob, addressing Gina being fired. And by the way, he answered that he doesn't think Disney is left-leaning or right-leaning. So this is the quote on why Gina was fired. "Disney stands for values that are universal. Values of respect, values of decency, values of integrity, and values of inclusion. And we seek to have the content that we make reflective of the rich diversity of the world we live in. And I think that's a world we should all live in. Harmony and peace." I really don't want to go into a lot of the nasty, awful things Disney has done and in recent times. It's just interesting to me that peace and harmony seems to be their message only when it fits them and it's best for their customer base. And by best, I mean it gets them the least amount of shit. I'm not saying actually best for the storyline or whatnot. And I don't know if this has any connection to Gina being fired, but we recently got information that, hey, we're no longer getting the Mandalorian visual dictionary anytime soon. So DK Publishing announced this. "Due to the ever-expanding world of The Mandalorian, we will no longer be publishing The Mandalorian Ultimate Visual Guide at this time, as the story continues to unfold on screen." Bullshit. Look, I have every single canon Star Wars visual dictionary. Yeah, I know, fuck you. And if you think there is hard-hitting lore in there, fuck you. They could easily, and I mean easily, shit out a Mandalorian visual dictionary right now with what they have from the first 2 seasons. They just most likely don't want to have a certain character in that visual dictionary, or they're trying to find a good way to just kind of edge her out of that, because Gina was going to be, as Cara Dune, of course, in the Rangers of the New Republic, and maybe there was hints of that in the visual dictionary, so they kind of gotta scrap that and move that around. Although they really don't, because what could happen is she joins the Rangers of the New Republic and then she has a whoopsie. She has an accident. She dies in space. There's an incursion. Like, come on. It's so easy to get rid of her without erasing her character. Now again, I don't know if that's what's happening. I'm just guessing. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. Also, the original Mandalorian novel has also been canceled thus far, and we got an announcement on that too. So now we're no longer getting our Mandalorian novel, and we're no longer getting our Mandalorian visual dictionary. If you go on Amazon, it says it has a release date of 2079, so I'm hoping I'm gonna live that long, but at that point, God, what would I be, like over 100 years old? So probably not gonna happen. But let's move on to the sequel trilogy. Man, I am just hitting these topics that everybody loves. Anyways, Kelly Marie Tran said that she's most likely never going to play Rose again. I know some people love Rose, I know some people hated her, but, you know, well, that's okay. I'm kind of just okay with her. I did not like her in The Last Jedi, but I did like her in the comics and novelization of future canon. Or canon that happened after The Last Jedi. So anyways, here was Kelly's response to being asked if she would ever play Rose again. I maybe miss who I was when I played her. I don't know if I could play her now. I feel like I'm different. I think so many things in our lifetimes, we are constantly growing and learning, and the realm of human experience is so limitless. You can be so many different people at one time. But when I think about Rose specifically, I think about who I was then, and how I was able to tap into certain parts of myself, and I don't know if I could play her again. I get what she's saying, but also, Kelly, it's called acting. Do you think the person that plays a child molester junkie, is that in real life? That they have something every time to draw from? It's acting! What? But honestly, I don't think we need Rose in any future live action material. If anything, we can still have her in novels and comics. I think that's where she would be best utilized personally, and we don't need to disrespect Kelly Marie Tran's wishes by her coming back to do anything live action, even if we finally get a post-sequel trilogy live action Disney Plus Star Wars TV show. Cobalt Squadron does center around Rose and her sister, so if you're missing her, it's a decent book. It happens right before The Last Jedi, so it's a direct lead-in to The Last Jedi. It's part of their road, path, journey. Oh, Journey is The Last Jedi, that's what it is. So you can read that. It centers on her and her sister, like I said. It's a good book. I mean, I read it really quickly, and I don't know. It's just an average Star Wars book. It's not gonna rock your socks, but it will give you more Rose if that's what you desire. There's also a lot of Star Wars comics that she pops up in, so check those out if you miss her. Lastly, Kessel Run Transmissions are being dirty teases and saying that an Ezra and Thrawn live-action TV show is coming to Disney+. I kind of thought their storyline would be included in the Ahsoka live-action Disney+ Star Wars TV show, but I guess maybe not. I would dig a Thrawn live-action show, and speaking of that, Benedict Cumberbatch was asked if he had any interest in playing Thrawn, and he was like, no. Mostly because he just doesn't want to spend hours being painted blue because he has 2 sons and he wants to focus his energy on his family right now. It's not because he hates Star Wars, okay? Don't come at him. He's too precious. Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.